Hi, I'm going to talk about my perspective on economy in this particular video. Each one of us who's dealing with day-to-day activities is aware of what is happening, whether we are able to articulate or not. Some of us base our opinions on what we hear, and some of us go deeper, do some data crunching, and then form their opinions. I fall in the latter category, plus I know a bit about the dynamics. So I guess what I'm going to share with you may not present a complete picture, the last word it may not give, but then it does hold some substance, and it would be really good if most of us who have informed opinions about the economy shares their they should share their opinions with others, so that we are able to have a picture which is not based on rumors and speculation. All right, so I'll start talking about things that I would like to see in the coming few months, in the times to come. Basically, I would really like to see the finance minister address people off now. If you come out of the clouds like the king Apollo, or if you behave like the king of Babylon, irrespective of the party you belong or the gender you have or whatever your name is, as a head of a certain ministry, you should be connecting more to the people to do away with the rumors and the speculation, and give a correct picture of how the house here, the nation, is dealing with things. So once is not enough, there has to be greater connects. I really feel so. Escapism or arrogance, whatever be the reason, they are not good enough. Connect more to the voters. The second is there has to be greater taxes for people who are into construction and manufacturing of things that disrupts the green cover. I am surrounded by a lot of construction activities that has been going on for more than 2 years. Patch of 10 to 15 kilometers that has been disrupted. From a lush green patch to a barren land full of rocks, and there's so many times that no worker comes and things are just perpetually stretching on. All these people should be made to pay. They can be made to pay either monetarily by heavy taxes, or they should be asked to do compensatory activity efforts, make compensatory efforts elsewhere. So if they are disrupting Earth's green cover at one patch, they should create a really environment. They should really do good in terms of environment elsewhere. And also, of course, instead of either or, they should be doing both, paying heavy taxes and doing some restoration of environment, so that it really pinches them and they wind up their work sooner, and it does not stretches on forever. The third point is systematization of banks. Most of us know that the banks are of three types: the public sector banks, the commercial banks, and the cooperative banks. Now, if somebody, a common man, is asked difference in this three, you would find how difficult it is. Because it is difficult because there is a lot of overlap in the activities and the functions of these three banks. There has to be greater systematization. Why is cooperative banks just behaving like commercial bank? Why is commercial bank just behaving like public sector bank? So why isn't there a clear demarcation? Why are they chasing profits from the same source in the same way? They are not at the same pedestal. They don't have equal footing. They don't have equal mission and vision. Then there has to be, what my point is, there has to be clear demarcation in the function, and it should be visible. A cooperative bank which was declared bankrupt this year, and it was because they gave huge amount of money as loan to a company that is into real estate activities. Cooperative bank, in my opinion, should be made to stop giving loans to all those activities that are heavily connected to business cycles, because as business cycles go down, whenever there is a trough period, there are losses, and these losses get transferred to the banks, that these cooperative banks are just not designed to absorb, and as a result the depositors are affected the most. So first of all, clear demarcation in the functions of these banks, greater accountability of the cooperative banks. They should be made answerable to the RBI, which isn't so now. Third, these banks should be asked to give away loans to the all those units that are into business, that are affected by the business cycles or global slowdown. The fourth is that when a certain nation, when a certain house, talk about homes, because it's just the collective of homes that make a bigger economy. It's the collection of humans that make a bigger economy. So it's a very organic thing. Economics is not, we are not talking about nuts and bolts and machines here, we're talking about people. So when an economy slows down, it's because the money that's coming into the house is less, and money that is obviously spent is less. So then the house seems to be, we say that it's dealing with financial problems. So the supply side is affected as much as the demand, because we know the Say's law, the supply creates its own demand, and that is true in so many levels. It's the supply side that has gotten a shock. So many things happened. The entrepreneurs didn't find the profits coming. They felt that the demand went southwards, so they folded up. So I would really like to see the supply side being addressed this time by some kind of a boost that is given in form of rebates in the interest rates for the credit that is extended to the medium scale and the small scale units. Let there not be monopoly of the big units, large scale units, because there is only certain level that they can provide employment. There is a certain cap to the level of employment that they can provide. So I would really like to see some kind of fillip or boost that's given to the medium scale and the small scale units this time for the innovative work they want to do, for the areas they want to enter into, like the semi-urban and the rural areas. I'm giving an example. The power requirements can be given to the conglomerates of the medium scale and the small scale units, where of course some logistic support provided by the larger public sector or private sector units. Then demand, of course, huge public infrastructure can, if put into place, will help twofolds. You have got better infrastructure for more investments coming, plus more people getting employment. I just read a statement from I read a statement on the website that the finance ministry says that's not possible, but then the success rates of deficit financing is almost 100%. It's just the quantum and the time that you are injecting into public infrastructure and all the deficit financing activities. You just can't be putting in a little bit of investment or money which goes waste if the quantum is not good enough, it's not sufficient, and it is not for a prolonged period, especially because you did not do anything when this problem was not so big. So this is the summary. Please talk to the nation often, at least thrice in a year, and then please levy a lot of tax on people who are disrupting the environment. They are damaging the environment. Let there be greater accountability for the cooperative bank, and let them not give away loans to the all those units that are connected to business cycles. Please give a boost to the supply side economics. um, encourage small scale and medium scale entrepreneurs to come into the scene. And of course, huge infrastructural projects, it never goes waste. Any example you take, any country you take, it does help a little bit. So I'll be looking out for these changes in these fronts. Let's see what your perspective is. Let's hope for a better economy next year. Bye.